Hops and Stocks podcast is presented by 100 Spoke Media Group. We encourage our listeners to drink responsibly. Please note, we are not financial advisors. We do not offer or provide financial advice.
I'm Spoke affiliated from the city of Gems.
Welcome back to the Hops and Stocks podcast, brought to you by 100 Spoke Media Group. This is episode 60.
60, man. Yeah.
Damn, finally up out of the 50s, man. I ain't gonna lie, I felt like we was in the 50s forever.
60.
You know what I'm saying? So
60.
we getting on up there, man. 60 podcasts, man. Wow. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot.
Yeah, I know when I be saving them, I have them split up in season 1 and season 2. I'm like, the season 2 listing is so long. I'm like, damn, we was consistent this year, man.
Yeah.
Or with this season, rather. I guess it is this year because we started right around January with it. So
Yeah.
Wait till we hit that 100 mark, though.
I know. I'm gonna do something special for 100, man.
I mean, we hard working out here, man. It's the night before Thanksgiving. We still on, man.
Yeah.
Man.
I mean, 3 out of the 4 of us are on.
Yeah.
It was a lot of tension when I went to Kroger's after work today, man. A lot of last minute shopping.
Yeah, it's a bad day to go on Wednesday, man. Unless you go even Wednesday morning. I did a little bit this morning right before work, and the lot was full. I'm like, man, damn.
Yeah, man. As soon as I pulled in, I'm like, damn. One ain't gonna be no carts.
Oh yeah. There was there was only 2 carts there, and I don't know if y'all's Kroger got like them locks on the wheel and shit.
Yeah.
Like the 2 that was sitting, I should have known they was kind of positioned weird. Both of them was locked. I was like, man, come on, can I get this unlocked?
Normally,
walking around the store with a whole turkey.
Oh man.
I mean, I wasn't even there to get no grub. I was there to get some essentials, man. I'm like, man, I really want to go hand basket, but all the hand baskets was gone. So I had to get a full cart. Every line was like back into the food aisle.
Yeah, that's the worst, man.
And then you got them, and then you got the cats that try to sneak in, like they shopping, and they just try to turn in real quick
I ain't even left the crib today, man. I don't think. No, I haven't. Been in all day.
I've been running all day. I had work. Had to take my kids came with me to the office. I had to take my daughter somewhere. Then me and my son attended to one of our vending machines, and then we ran back to work, and then had to go to the post office, then to like 3 or 4 stores. I'm like, man.
What the post office looking like?
It was straight. I mean, and part of it was probably because it was in Walnut Hills, so ain't too many cats effing around in WH.
I ain't fooling with the post office no more, man. So I found out what happened in my little situation, the little fraudulent activity.
Oh,
so y'all heard about people
somebody got the check
out of the mail, right?
Damn.
So what happened was they stole one of my checks out of the mail, wiped it, recreated it, and drew it off my account. Because I couldn't figure it out. Like, how did he get my check? Because ain't nobody been in here. Even if you was in here, you don't even know where I keep my checks at.
Right.
So what happened was, how I found out was, because when I was talking to the detective, he kept asking me these questions. I'm like, man, this line of questioning is like I'm in on it or something, dog. I'm like, why would I take money? It wasn't even that. I mean, it ain't enough to retire off of. But what happened was, I found out I got another bank account at a credit union, and they called me and asked me why I was late on my payment, and I knew I put that check in the mail. So that's the one they stole.
Gotcha.
I'm like, man, I ain't missed no payment in like 3-4 years, man. She's like, yeah, this didn't seem like that's why I was calling you. I'm like, yeah, they took it out of the mail. It was only like, the payment was like $20. I'm like, man, I ain't gonna miss no $20 payment.
How much did they write it for again?
$3K.
Damn.
But my thing is, how do they cash it with no ID?
So that's the same thing I asked the lady at the bank. I said, so the person who cashed it had to have an account at this bank, right? She's like, yeah, they're gonna get caught. So
they just might have did like photo deposit or something like that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, couldn't you do like an electronic?
Nah, he went in because it got stamped. And then he did some whole bunch of fraudulent shit. He didn't even endorse it right. He spelled my name wrong. Everything, man.
Dumbass.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's like, a felony, man.
If you go into the bank, you're just asking for trouble.
Yeah, man. You can't come in there masked up like, want to cash this check?
Man, anytime you're trying to get cash and you're fraudulent, man, you're begging to get caught. You got to have some patience, man, if you're gonna be a thief.
The Fifth Third and Trotwood, man, to get in, you got to get buzzed in 2 doors.
Oh damn!
Like you come in, they got cameras. You got to get buzzed in the first door, and then you stuck in the little middle, and then you got to get buzzed in again.
Oh man, they in there fingerprinting you and body scanning you and everything in that little breeze.
Who are you? What do you want? How much loot do you need?
Do you write many paper checks? I can't think of the last paper check I wrote.
I just wrote it to I wrote the only reason why I write it for my my credit union is because the fee to pay online is like $15.
I got you.
Yeah, and the credit card payment is like $20. So I'm like, it's free to write a check.
Yeah,
$10 to pay it online.
You're gonna have to start delivering the check. Right.
So that's what I did.
Here's my payment.
I put it in a little night drop-off box now, man.
Yeah, that's
or
crazy.
not paid online, but I had my other bank do it. They pay it. I do the little bill pay.
Yeah, you can do it that way. That's a good workaround.
Yeah.
I can dig it, man. But big week, big beers, big holidays, man. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
Big energy. I don't know what everybody drinking on, but let's hop on into it. What you got, man?
So let's talk about this one right here, man. I was kind of struggling trying to find something, but I stumbled on this one right here. This is Bell's. So if you know anything about Bell's, it's out of Comstock, Michigan, I believe. This one is called Official. It's a hazy IPA. I believe it's coming in. It's like 6.4, so it ain't too heavy on the ABV. With it being in rivalry week, it's the week. Besides the Super Bowl, I can't think of any bigger game. So, I had to go with the Official. Just crack it open.
I might go grab me a Rhine Geist just to start beef.
You don't have to pour it in this little excellent piece of glassware.
I've been saying it all the entire pod. It's going to taste like doo-doo.
Can't go wrong with a hazy.
When you pour it in that glass, you can.
It happens. You can go wrong with anything, man.
You went wrong with that glass.
Not with that. Why you say it like that?
That was pretty funny.
You put a little accent on that thing. Yeah. Okay, so it's a typical haze. You can smell that smoothness, that fruit on the nose. Yeah, you can't go wrong with this. Smooth. It got a little bitterness to the end of it, but all in all, this is good.
This guy's probably gonna try to give it a little extra grade because it's from Michigan.
It's 55 on the IBU. This is love.
Oh, come on. It's about to be a 4.75.
This is damn near 5.
So run of the mill out of the grocery store is a 5.
Oh,
this is a jewel
produced.
This is a jewel of a find right here. I mean, this might be the GOAT right here. I don't know.
This man's embellishing.
Yeah. Hazy IPA.
Yes.
Official Comstock Bales. If you can find it at your local Kroger's or whatever local water hole you go to, try to find this joint right here. Let's see what else is on here. I mean, when it's the GOAT, you ain't gotta say too much about it.
Man, get the hell out of here, man.
Hey, man, stop playing with me. This is love.
What's the grade, man? Remember, we do have listeners that take
right, man. You can protect the integrity of the show, man.
What? I'm not?
Yeah.
Clutch pearls. Nah, this is a dope beer. All in all, man, I get it's a solid 4.
Cool.
Yeah. Solid 4. I ain't gonna even hold you. It's a solid 4.
No, I like Bell's, man. They do good stuff.
Yeah. When I first started drinking stronger type of beers, when I shout out to Tone Davis put me on Bell's. I thought it was harsh, but looking at the ABV, it's not that high ABV. It's only like 6.4, but it bites bigger than what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, once again, this is Bell's official big game on Saturday. That maize color is love. 4 on the rating. What you got, Blast?
All right, now that we're done with that,
Man.
I've got Hubbard's Cave. You know,
Oh,
they don't do any fanciness or any frills on their can. It's French toast. Checking in at a whopping 12%.
yeah.
We got an imperial stout fermented with cinnamon, maple syrup, vanilla beans, and lactose.
That sounds like your jam, man, because it's gonna be sweet.
I hope so, man. Like we were talking a little bit pre-pod. I had a really bad French toast one time, and it was all chemicals, man. So hopefully, this is a little bit, more mellow on the flavors.
That came in a single or a double?
I got it in a single, but it was a 2-pack. They charged me eight and change. It rang up at 16 at first. I was like, no.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, like beat up, man. I too am off tomorrow, so that's why I'm going 12%. No reason not to.
I stayed away from that Hubbard, man. Like French toast kind of like has me hesitant.
This is better than the UA French toast. Definitely getting that cinnamon. As always, it seems like you're getting the chocolate note on the stouts. Let me see. Getting a little bit of maple, maybe not so much vanilla. I've had this joint sitting out for maybe 25 minutes.
It's not overly sweet though, is it?
No, not overly at all. Really not sweet at all. You're just getting the cinnamon mainly. I think it's still, for a French toast, at least for me, it's still a little bit of a miss. I'm gonna come in at a 4. I mean, I would still enjoy it, but it ain't a wow.
It's not
Go ahead, my bad.
It's not a 2-can day. Like you can't drink 2 in a day. Like you wouldn't go back to it.
No, I wouldn't go back. I mean, if it was a round, I would get it, but I wouldn't spend my hard-earned 8.
Do you think because it's only been out for 25, it might got, some room to improve?
It could, yeah. I would definitely like a little bit of more sweet on it. When I think French toast, I'm thinking that syrup and
Brown sugar,
all of that quality stuff. So
Hubbard's Cave
ain't bad, man.
They have quality offerings though.
That's why I picked it up.
Yeah, they that all of them are high, at least 10 or above. I've never had anything less than a 10.
Yeah,
I think I've had like maybe like 2 or 3 of their offerings, and those are right on point. Good quality brew house.
Yeah, I think they're out of Illinois. It says it's brewed at UNE Annie Brewery, which is in Niles, Illinois. So I don't know if they're kind of like a smaller faction that uses another person's facility to brew or what.
I think that's Hubbard's Cave. I think that's their niche. Like beers like that. Like you wouldn't see like something kind of like
I ain't never seen nothing other than a stout out of them.
Yeah, like it's a stout and it's normally like some type of food note in it. It's good house though, man. Where's it out of again?
It says Niles, Illinois.
Okay, Chi-Town.
Easter?
Guess
on you.
Big bottles. Like I said, big week, big game, big bottles. This is Language of Thunder. This is a 2019 Imperial Stout, and this is a series, and this is the one Cumulus. I got this like 3 years ago, so I've been kind of chilling. 9.7 on the ABV, just a couple points light. You know what I'm saying? I would like to see double digits, but it's a bourbon barrel aged with Madagascar vanilla beans and toasted coconut. So I'm expecting this to be, you know what I'm saying, kind of mellow, chocolatey type brew.
How many ounces in that mug, man?
I believe it's a 24.
Gonna say look kind of brolic out there.
It's a deuce actually. It's a 22.
What's the ticket on that? You remember?
It was probably like 10 or 11. It wasn't nothing. I don't think it was nothing too crazy. Actually, I don't remember. I think it might have been like 17. It was less than 20. Drinking out of my nifty Bourbon County glass. We'll get into that a little bit later.
Oh yeah.
Sizzle.
But you can see it. It's dark. I actually opened it at 6 o'clock. Well, 7 o'clock y'all time. So it's been sitting out for 50 minutes. Looks like motor oil. When you smell the nose, you're getting chocolate right off top. Yeah.
It ain't thick, is it?
It's not. It doesn't have like the mouthfeel of like some UAs and like KBS and all that. But it's not like there's no mistake that this is a stout. Like it don't feel porterish at all. You're getting chocolate, a little bit of burnt coffee.
It's love right there.
I'm getting some caramel. Like caramel is not a note, but I'm getting caramel. I could actually be confusing that with vanilla, but it tastes more like caramel than vanilla to me. The longer that you let it kind of like finish, like that, it's a heavy chocolate. I mean, like heavy chocolate / coffee note.
Okay.
This is fire, man. Hold on.
For all y'all trying to get into the brew game, man, if you decide to make a beer, if you put coffee and chocolate in the beer,
Man, you can't miss.
You can't miss.
Dare I say, this is a
Yeah,
5.
here we go.
Yeah, this is a 5, man. It's not. I'm not gonna knock it because it's 0.3 short of a double dig stout. You don't get any jig. Y'all actually, I think y'all would love this because you don't get any jig notes at all. This is really balanced. Vanilla bean, like I said, toasted coconut.
Yeah.
It's really, really balanced, man. Like I said, this now, once again, I don't know what they 2022 version is like, or they 2023 that will be dropping next year, but this 2019 is dope. Get this joint a 5. Got the little fancy wax job on it, man. These mugs is hard as hell to get open because you got to like cut the wax and then try to get up under it and pop it off.
What's the brew house again?
This is TrimTab out of Birmingham, Alabama.
Okay.
I like almost everything TrimTab does. They do fire ass IPAs too, and once again they do stouts well. So yeah, man, I don't think we'd have had a 5 in a while, man. This is a dope one. And I got like another 16 more ounces to go or something.
Yeah, we all gonna be asleep tonight, boy.
Damn.
Well, except for beat up because he's drinking light in the A. He's going light in the pants.
I was hoping when I sent y'all that pic in the text that I didn't review that beer because that had a little bit more, you know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, unless it's a new version of the apple brandy. I think that's how we all got hip to it.
Yeah, I might go ahead and crack that for the second one. Nah, I bought a variety pack of these bills, so it's 4 different ones.
Got to take them down.
Yeah.
I can dig it. Once again, it's Thanksgiving week. It's big beer Friday, big game Saturday.
Turkey.
I was telling Blast, man, I was like, I kind of want to just breeze on past Thanksgiving, man, because I ain't doing nothing.
we got to talk about this venison you're gonna eat, E.
Where am I gonna get some venison from?
The venison that you took out of its misery.
Hey man, I ain't taking no venison out of his ministry. I would.
Yo, low key, man, turkey overrated, dog.
Man,
I agree. Well, I think it depends on who and how it's prepared, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like to me, it's just dry.
Man, that's because
have you had fried?
Whoever did it can't cook.
I mean, I don't even go for the turkey, man. I go for everything else. I'm really a side type of dude, man.
I am too, man. But I mean, I think the fried turkey has got me back in the game. I've always liked smoked too, though.
Yeah, this man just called himself a side piece, man. We just kind of glossed right over that, but
yep, I sure am.
I mean, that's the sides are really what makes it, though, man. Like if you told me that there wasn't gonna be no turkey, I'd be straight.
Yeah, don't even get the turkey, man.
Give me a plate of greens, mac and cheese, some sweet potatoes.
If you told me there was no dressing, I'm not coming.
If there's no mac,
I'm staying at my crib. If there's no dressing,
you gotta have mac and you gotta have dressing.
It has to be dressing. I ain't talking about no stovetop. I'm talking about dressing, man.
Now, see, I don't hate on stovetop.
Yeah, I don't hate on
can't fuck
stovetop
with
either, but I mean,
I'll eat some stovetop. It ain't even got to be Thanksgiving. Like I'll pop that joint.
Oh yeah.
I can't fuck with no stovetop, man. Yeah, I'm cool.
Have you had top prepared the right way?
Man, I think I've had stovetop.
Hey, shout out to calling stovetop top, man.
Hey man, I got so many things to say about that, but
that's why I didn't say it.
I
caught myself.
I knew you was hesitating, man. But shout out to having top prepared the right way.
I was like, wait a minute, I know exactly what that means.
We let that alley-oop sell on out of bounds, man.
Hey, yeah, B-Dub for showing some discipline, man. In the past, B-Dub would have been like,
give me some honey baked ham, give me some macaroni and cheese, slightly burnt on the top. Not black, but like golden brown top.
Yeah. I mean, I don't even like cheese, man, but like when my girl does the mac and cheese and it got that little brownish on the top, I'm like, damn, I wish I liked cheese.
Did she put the cheeses on the top? Like make that. A lot of people they crunch up cheeses to make it crunchy on top.
Oh, cheeses? No, this is all cheese.
Cheeses,
man. Yeah, hey man, it'd be fire because you be having that burnt bubbled cheese under it. Then you got that crunchy on the top.
Yeah, I ain't hip to that one. Well, I'm not hip to any of it actually. But...
All right, yeah, I forgot you. Yeah, man, that's a weird thing not to like, man.
Yeah, tomorrow gonna be kind of not hectic, but man, it's a travel day, man. Gotta go here, gotta go here. Pick up a plate here, pick up a plate here. You can't have plates in your fridge for really a day, man. After a day, man, it gotta go in the trash, man. You don't want to get salmonella in that joint, man.
Man, that's one thing about living in a spot where you don't got no family. Like, you don't got to do shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can literally either chill all day. I got a couple invitations to hit some spots, but I just keep telling people, I ain't really feeling the holidays, man. And it's just my way of trying to, oh, man, you know what? They might listen to this pod and be like, oh, damn, so you've been lying to me.
Yeah. What's the football schedule tomorrow? Anybody know? Is it early?
Oh, well, shit, the Lions are going to be tipping off.
Yeah, I was about to say, Dallas usually play, right?
Yeah, Lions, Dallas, and somebody else.
Yeah. Is it Cardinals? They've been playing like the last couple years, I think. I ain't gonna lie, man. Even though Philly is doing good, I just don't really be checking for the NFL until college is over, man. It's just, one, because the games don't mean nothing. Like, you know what I mean? 16 teams getting to the playoffs, like, it don't mean nothing, man. It's like I tune in on Sunday, but I don't be hyped. You know what I'm saying? I'll still be running errands when kickoff happen.
Oh yeah, man. I mean, I'm only into it because of fantasy. Other than that, man.
All right, so here's what we got, fellas. At 12:30, Bills at Lions. 4:30, Giants and Cowboys, an old school NFC East matchup.
That should be
and
decent.
Then late night, you got the Pats at the Vikings.
It's got to be an NBA game.
They usually don't.
They usually don't
take
over.
That's Christmas. That's
Christmas. Yeah, Christmas. You know what I'm saying?
College basketball.
College basketball is kind of hot and heavy right now. It's hard to watch though. I mean, with so much football still kind of alive.
I just think this playoff committee is so fucking trash, man.
You talking about for the college football?
Yeah, man.
Well, let's get into it, man. We all got our jerseys on. It's rivalry week.
Yeah.
We got to talk about the game, but before we do that, B-Dub, tell us how you feel about what is dude's name? Boo something?
Boo Corrigan, man.
Yeah. How you feel about Boo?
Hold on, where is this coming from?
Well, it's the main dude who speaks after they give the little bogus little ratings, whatever. The main guy.
Why are you upset? You're third. You feel
we're third, but they have to put us third because we're undefeated. They don't want to put us there. And it seems like they're continuously they want certain teams in the top four, man. You can see how they rank. They don't want to put TCU in there, like they didn't want to have UC in there last year. They just don't want to have certain they don't want to give the smaller well, we're a blue blood, so we're not the smaller team, but they don't want to give nobody else a chance outside of, Clemson still hanging around, Alabama still hanging. They got 2 losses. Now let Michigan have 2 losses. We 15. We're going to be ranked 15 with no chance.
True.
These teams got 2 losses and they still hanging around.
Where's Penn State?
Penn State is
11.
Yeah, they pretty close.
That's still close. That kind of, man, I don't think that they're going to, even if, I don't think they've been shitting on Michigan all year. Like, y'all was highly ranked at the beginning of the season.
No, we wasn't.
Y'all was in the top 10.
No, we wasn't.
Y'all wasn't in the top 10.
No, okay, yeah, we was number like 8 or something.
That's what I'm saying.
But that's a slap in the face. We were the Big Ten champs. And y'all are ranked higher than us, and we sprayed y'all.
It does, to me, preseason doesn't mean anything.
Because
it all shakes out. But what I'm saying is they still respected y'all enough to have y'all in the top 10, and y'all haven't fallen out of it, and y'all have only moved up as teams ahead of y'all have lost. That's typically how it happens every year.
We couldn't fall because we haven't lost.
Right, but that's what I'm saying.
1 week we fell in the rankings and we didn't lose. Explain
Do you think
that.
you should be higher than 3? It sounds like you're upset at being 3.
At this point, 2 and 3 don't even matter. I think if we were 2, we have a longer faller from grace. We don't have the window of error for us is smaller than
Yeah,
anybody.
and I mean, you can disagree with me, but y'all haven't played anybody.
We played Penn State.
That's one. I mean, after you play Ohio State, I guess that'll be 2 games. But
They were top 10.
yeah, I can't argue with that. Penn State from the eye test is not a good team, in my opinion.
I think Maryland was undefeated when we played them. We gave
But
them first L.
The thing about when you play somebody is like, how much should you weigh that? Should you weigh where they were when you played them, or should you weigh where they are at the end of the season? I'm just asking.
Well, it depends on what team you're talking about. In Ohio State's case, Notre Dame is a big factor in they win. Even though when y'all played them, they were ranking, then they jumped out of the top 25. I don't know if y'all back in or not, but
Yeah, we're 15 now. So I mean,
They're talking about
still a good win
beat
right
USC
now.
this weekend.
it's just
To me, 2 and 3, like in my opinion, 2 and 3 doesn't matter.
It don't matter.
Because they once again, if the playoffs started tomorrow, 2 and 3 play each other. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't matter whether you're sitting at 2 or 3. It's
y'all lose on Saturday, y'all still in the top 4, I guarantee. We lose.
I guess it depends on what happens around them, but I would disagree with that. If Georgia's going to win because Georgia's playing Georgia Tech.
Well, I mean,
so if Ohio State loses, then you move up to 2.
TCU wins.
Yeah, assume TCU wins. They're up to 3,
and then y'all go to 4.
USC, if they beat Notre Dame, would be 4.
You don't think Ohio State's better than USC?
It's not about who's better. It's about bias.
It's about the time that you lose too.
Nah, man. The way them dudes be saying it, they talking about, well, they got some good dudes on their team. This is Boo talking. You know what I'm saying? He's like, well, they got some dudes on their team and they played hard and no. Man, I think Ohio State is still gonna be in the top 4. I guarantee.
Bro, they've already said that if USC beats Notre Dame, Caleb Williams wins the Heisman. So they're looking, if they get that win this weekend and Ohio State was to lose, they would put USC in there.
I mean, maybe if y'all played a close game and either one of you lost by a point or a field goal, then maybe either one of y'all would still be in the 4.
I guess
you got big name. You still have big names behind the top 4. TCU is the only school that doesn't belong. From name brand recognition, they're the only school that doesn't belong. So if they lose or if they win, they have to stay in because they have one loss, don't they?
No, TCU is undefeated.
Okay,
Yeah.
so they have to stay in because once again they do value conference champions, but there's still big brands right in that 5 through 8.
Who is 6?
It's USC.
A 2-loss team, right?
Was it Clemson?
Nah, I think the 2 loss is higher than USC.
Yeah, because Alabama is 8,
LSU is 5, and then USC is 6. I think.
Okay, my fault. Who was 5? LSU was 5.
Yeah,
with 2 L's.
But look who they beat, though.
Well, I mean, I'm saying if they win next weekend, because they play Georgia next weekend.
Yeah, they would have beaten Bama, Georgia.
They ain't gonna beat Georgia. Well, I don't know. I don't know what Georgia teams. Georgia kind of iffy, man. They play like they unbeatable. Then they'll just give some bums like a good game.
It sounds like a 2-loss team should never make it. But I mean, if LSU does, man, I mean, I think people are sleeping on LSU's game this weekend. I'm actually putting LSU on upset alert. I know we're not college game day, but we can pretend to be. I'm putting LSU on upset alert this week against A&M.
Mhm.
I think it's on the road. Jimbo needs a win probably to save his job, so I'm putting LSU on the hot seat. But if LSU somehow wins that one and beats Georgia, I mean, it's kind of hard to keep them out, even with 2 losses.
I just think Clemson is 1 loss.
Clemson is 1 loss, but they got smacked.
Yeah, but they don't look. I'm saying they don't look good.
They don't look good, man.
So that's what I'm saying. Even if I still think 2 Big Ten teams, if they legit take the best 5, I mean, with the best 4, 2 Big Ten teams should still be in it.
You got to get USC out of the picture.
That's what y'all here for.
If we lose, the only way that will happen is if we win. We can't get in.
Probably. You probably got to win.
Everything that everybody says is our non-conference schedule. That is what it is. But Ohio State don't have a good non-conference schedule, and that's never an issue with them. It's only an issue.
I mean, I'm not tooting my own horn, but they do have Notre Dame on the schedule, man.
They have Notre Dame. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, there is no room for error. We have to win this game on Saturday, man. We have to.
You're probably right about that. Unless you get a lot of help behind you, you probably got to win.
It just,
but still go down anyway.
Can I get his 5 and a quarter?
Huh?
Can I get his 5 and a quarter?
Damn.
Oh.
Hey man, this mug been out for an hour. We had like an hour, so like
does this guy need to be edited?
Oh yeah, God damn it, you just did.
What? I said damn.
Yeah,
I felt like there was something after that.
Oh, did I?
You added some sauce, man. So at point, was it 41-45? Mark that down.
I think he added a double GA in there.
Yeah, some sauce in there.
Excuse me. I'm all excited.
Yeah, he was like, damn, bleep.
It's almost time for my second beer, man. I'll never go.
It's all good, man.
Nah, man, no second for you, man. You about to make E's job hard. I'm glad I'm not up this week.
Yeah, I might make your job hard, man.
Man, I might just edit you all the way out the pod.
Nah, I can't do that. Don't do that.
Like, welcome to the H&S Podcast with Ian Blast.
Why was there no Michigan perspective this week?
Man, can I get an honest? Put your fandom to the side. Give me an honest review of the game. E.
So for me, I'm actually going to the game because I'm actually excited about the game. This has been the first time they've been both undefeated since 2006, I believe.
Yep.
And that game was a classic. I do think injuries are a huge factor in this game. And I actually hate it for both teams. Y'all running back may or may not play.
Yeah, what's the status of Corum?
The lineman said he was out, but nobody. We don't know if that was Fugazi or what. I don't know what you've heard, but nobody's giving an update on him.
I didn't hear that. I've seen 2 interviews post injury. One where he was giving out turkeys. You could see him limping a little bit, and then I saw an interview yesterday. He didn't speak on it, and when he answers the question, he says, "I'll be there." It's kind of like vague as fuck.
Yeah.
You know.
That's all right, B.
You're
allowed. Yeah, you're allowed.
We drop all types of F-bombs. We're good.
Okay, well, broad. I mean, it's vague as F, but what? Well, go ahead. Finish your review though.
Nah. So what I'm saying is like there's injuries on both sides. The thing that I don't, without both teams being full strength, is you don't get to see both at their best. I want to play the Michigan squad with Corum because I don't want to hear nothing about if we won, well, we lost because Corum. CJ got dinged up in the last game. I haven't heard anything about his injury, but I know he was limping in the fourth quarter. They haven't said nothing about it. I would love to obviously see Jackson out there, but he's been out the entire year. We still have a real quality receiver. All in all, I think Like y'all run game is dope, man. Like I haven't watched a lot of y'all, but you know what I'm saying, I do pay attention to stats, and I did watch y'all last game against
Illinois.
That was a pretty good game. Y'all defense last year to me was a lot more trio because y'all had them two edge rushers, and that's what we do. We pass, and we couldn't establish the pass because CJ was getting his bell rung every time he dropped back. I think our line has gotten a lot better, but our run game is sus. I like Dallin Hayden. I think he's nice as a frosh. But I would much rather see Mayan Williams back there, you know what I'm saying, big back, can, you know what I'm saying, pound it up the middle, get the tough yards to open up the pass. It's supposed to be 40% chance of rain, so the elements may come into play, but it's still going to be, I think, about 50 degrees. So it's not going to be, you know what I'm saying, like it was last year where, you know what I'm saying, it was rainy, muddy, you know what I'm saying, a game that is great for y'all because y'all a run first team. I think if Ohio State can jump on top of Michigan by 14, it's a wrap. Because McCarthy, to me, he not the one. You know what I'm saying? And once again, I haven't watched a lot of y'all. Last week was the first game I watched in its entirety, and he throwing the ball everywhere but to the receiver's hands. So I think Ohio State wins it 35-24.
All right.
And I think Vegas has it either 7 or 7.5.
It keeps going down.
You're up, beat up.
Okay, so this is how I see it. Like Eric said, we're both going into this game limping low key.
Yeah.
Our starting tailback is hurt. Our backup is hurt.
Is he out? Is he out for good, Edwards? Is he out for this game?
I'm not sure. You know how hardball is. He real
Oh
tight
yeah,
about the
he
injury.
is sus like that, man. He used to always do that when we used to play y'all.
So you don't really know. We played our fifth string tailback. The one that was getting off was a walk on. I think there is some chink in that Ohio State armor. I don't believe that their secondary is that good.
You are correct.
They are, when you look at them, they probably are maybe 4 and 5 star corners, but they're not living up to that in college. Which is why I think they play a lot of zone. They don't really man up like Old State corners are used to doing. They don't man up, they zone a lot with this new defense. So with it being zone, I don't think JJ has to go over top of y'all's head 50 yards, 60 yards. He can find that because he's good. His intermediate passing game is decent, is good. I think if he can find the holes in y'all's zone, our passing game is good enough. Our running game is what sets that up. With Corum being not 100% and with Edwards not being 100%, I don't know how much you can lean on Stokes. He got banged up in the last game. Our receivers aren't that good downfield. I'm just going to keep it a buck with y'all. They're not that good. They're not big at all, man. I think the tallest one maybe like 6'1". I don't know how big y'all corners are, but y'all have a much more aggressive defense this year, and I don't think they're going to allow McCarthy just to sit back there and just wait for that to clear that zone and get to the open spots. I think you were dead on when you said that our defense isn't what it was last year. Our rush don't get there. You cannot allow CJ to just wait till Marvin Harrison just, clears and just get open. Our rush don't get there. So I think that's the problem we're going to have. We're going to have to send some blitzes at him. And it's not going to come from the edge. It's going to come up the middle. And I think if it ain't there, it's going to be, I think if we win the coin toss, I want the ball, man. Like Eric said, we can't get down 14 to Ohio State because we're not built to score in bunches. Gotcha. We body blows all game. We run the ball 3 yards, 4 yards, and then as the game wears on, y'all get tired. Our offensive line is good though. I don't know how good O State's D line is because they haven't really played anybody, but our O line is good.
Man, come on.
I'm just saying, like they dominate. I'm not shitting on them. I'm just saying
They have played somebody.
Ooh.
No, I'm a just interject on the D line. It's not historical O State D line, but Harrison, who I'm on record calling him a bust, he's had a nice year. I don't know if this is gonna get him drafted, but he's had a nice year. He's turned the corner. I would say he's, you know what I'm saying, third round or something like that. He's not first or second round. But the young kid, JT, I can't pronounce his last name, he's a dog. Like he gets after it.
Where's he from?
Man, I believe like California or something. But he like one of those like Samoans or something like that, man.
Cats, yeah. He like Malik? No.
Yeah. He might be Hawaii or something, man. But he been getting after it. Like he's had 2 or 3 good games.
Man,
and
impact plays.
Huh?
Huge impact plays.
Like yeah, he's had games that he's had plays that turn the game. I mean, he's fast, he's quick.
He beat Penn State.
Yeah. Really athletic. And once again, he's a young boy, so we got a couple more years with him.
Like
what? Freshman young or sophomore?
He's a sophomore.
Vito was like, damn, freshman.
Yeah, he's a sophomore. No, he's not a freshman. Last year he played last year, but he wasn't a dog last year. And then I like our safety. Like I like Ransom. Him and Hickman back there. Like they come up and they hit people. Eichenberg, our linebacker. We haven't had good linebacker play in a decade. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that he's elite at the next level, but he's far better than what we've had over the past, I won't say decade, but just in recent history, man. Like he gets after the ball.
Those linebackers you're talking about, they go to the league.
Yeah, and Warner, that's what I'm saying. Pete Warner, I called him trash every single week. He went and damn near had defensive. Was he defensive rookie of the year? Mm-hmm. I know he was like leading tackler for rookies, and I was just like, how? Like he was. But once again, that could be a product of the scheme that we was running out.
Yeah, I mean, definitely there was bad, or you know,
yeah,
at least
we had trash defense, man. Like
suspect coaching on the defense.
We'll get another beer. Keep talking on.
Yeah, so this isn't a game. Like I said, if everybody comes in healthy, all bets are off. Because I think Ohio State not the greatest at stopping the run. The defense, the players aren't too much different than what they were last year. The scheme is different, but they can be run on. I mean, I've watched it.
Yeah.
But once again, like that blow that Corum took, that didn't look like a comeback next week hit. You know what I'm saying? And once again, that factors in, like, you know, even if he plays, like, how healthy is he? And if he can't give y'all 100%, and you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's football. If you know somebody injured,
this guy's
sweep the leg.
Yeah, sweep the leg. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what it is.
For a little twist.
No, I'm not calling it. I'm not saying anything dirty, but I mean, he's a running back. He gets hit in the legs, right?
This is like 2 weeks in a row where you've tried to back out of your controversial statements. Last week you wanted us to machine gun a deer.
I know.
And this week you're asking us to twist the guy's injured leg.
Hey man. You can't tell me that if they disclose where CJ was, and I don't know what happened to CJ. It looked like a lower leg injury. If they disclosed it, that goes on the radar, man. Like,
what's that 1D coordinator that got suspended? You're like him, man.
Oh, Greg
Williams. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude was like, hit the head, attack the head. Like,
man, they had real bounties. Like they was putting $100,000 on people, man. We ain't putting no bounty on a young boy, man.
They had cheese on cats' heads.
Yeah. they put bounties, man. We ain't putting no bounties on nobody. But it's upstate Michigan, man. It gets chippy, it gets ugly, it gets dirty, man. Like, and that's why I'm excited to go, because I'm like, man, this is gonna be a legit game.
Corum got hurt, but he came in the second half and
that's true.
He almost broke one.
B-Dub, you've given us this detailed analysis. I'm going to tell you, from my opinion, it sounds like, based on what you're saying, you don't believe in Michigan, but I still believe that you would say Michigan wins. So what's your prediction?
It's not that I don't believe in Michigan. I'm just saying, with the obvious is. I know what our weaknesses is, and I know what the strength of Ohio State is. They like to pass. We like to run. They have an advantage on the passing. It depends on what what group shows up. I believe we can win this game if a few factors are involved. If we can run the ball, if we can get over 100 yards, I think we'll win. And if our passing game will keep y'all honest. Ain't got to hit the big one, but enough to keep y'all honest to where y'all can't just load the box and just force us to go over top. You know, if we can keep y'all honest, keep them linebackers back a little bit, you know, I think we have a good shot.
All right. So E went O State by 11. B-Dub, is Michigan win this game or not?
Yeah, I think we win the game. I think we win it by 6 to.
You said 6?
6 plus points is what he's saying.
Oh, I thought you were saying 6-2 something. I'm thinking like, bro, we gonna score.
No, at least because I think our field goal kicker is gonna come into play. I think we have the best kicker in college, man.
Yeah, because he won that game against Illinois last week.
Well, I mean, we're down to our fifth string running back. You know what I'm saying? Listen, we were down to our fifth string running back, our third string tight end. Mike Morris didn't play. Our linebacker got hurt. It was a bad day, man. And we was kind of peeking at y'all, you know.
I think the same thing with Maryland, man.
Both teams, yeah, probably.
It's kind of hard, and they say don't look past it. You can't. I think
once both of y'all get past Penn State, the next thing is Ohio State, Michigan. Like if you get past,
I honestly watching Ohio State play. I think Ohio State been looking towards Michigan for the last month because real talk, like they sans the Indiana game, which that's what we do to Indiana. Like we have looked really sus. Like we ain't looked crisp. We ain't been able to run the ball. Once again, there has been injuries and whatnot, so that factors in. But like you said, the big game of the year was O State, Penn State, Michigan, Penn State. Once you clear that hurdle, I mean, you're a favorite. Ohio State has been a favorite in every single game they played this year. I believe Michigan has been a favorite in every single game they played this year. You know what I'm saying? Like you get past the one hurdle in the Big Ten West or Big Ten East rather, and it's kind of cakewalk because nobody really Maryland. Once again, Maryland played hard. Maryland offensively, I actually like them. I like watching them. I'm saying they're exciting on offense. But they don't have the players. They don't have the depth. Same thing with your Rutgers. Rutgers will come out and, you know what I'm saying, punch a little bit. Your Indiana's will punch a little bit. But by second half, you knock them boys out because your teams like Ohio State, Michigan, they have way more depth than most of the Big Ten. And that's just kind of how it is.
I just don't like the fact that, you know, Bama's playing Austin, PA, and this late in the season. I don't think we have the luxury of playing.
They always had it's stupid, man. They have a week at the end of the year where they just don't play nobody.
Hold on, who do they play next? Because they always schedule either
Bama's got Auburn last, so they play Auburn this week.
Okay, because they usually and Auburn's not good, but they usually always schedule some cupcake before they rivalry.
Yeah, it's the whole SEC, man. They have a week where they just play, and it don't even be like MAC teams. It'd be teams that I'm not even sure are what is it, FBS?
Yeah,
or FCS.
FCS, FBS.
It'd be teams that's not even FCS. I'm like, man, that should be illegal, man.
And they moved up in the rankings off of that dub last week, right? Off of beating them 34-0, Austin, PA.
Maybe
they actually down here in Tennessee. I think it's in Clarksville. Yeah, I think it's in Clarksville. It's like they right outside of Nashville. Like it's close to, I think if I'm not mistaken, I think they're in Clarksville, which is about a half hour away from here.
So I'm gonna give y'all the only opinion that matters on the game, which is mine.
Got you.
From an outside point of view, and let me commend y'all first of all. I think y'all did a great job of reviewing the game without bias. I know, I mean, y'all hear us on here every week. Y'all hear these cats go at it every week about each other's team. I think they did a good job of stepping them back and assessing each other's strengths and weaknesses without being homers. So I appreciate what y'all did. As far as
ESPN, I need a job.
as far as what's going down on Saturday, man, I think it's as simple as JJ McCarthy. And I like the kid from what I've seen. I just think that this moment is going to be too big for him. I think Ohio State, like Ryan Day said, has scars from last year. So, I think they come out and get the job done. And with the injuries, I think B-Dub's injuries are probably a little more significant than Ohio State's injury. So if there's no Corum or Edwards, that's a tough task for McCarthy to, he's basically got to put it on his shoulders at that point.
He does.
I just don't know if he's ready for that. And I think the kid is the truth myself. But
he's a 5-star. He's super young.
He's a sophomore.
He's a sophomore.
I think he's a true soph. Yeah, right.
He's a true sophomore. I wish K was still around because I think they held JJ back from a lot of like RPO type stuff. Because after him, since Cade is gone for the season, if JJ gets hurt, then we're down to
yeah. I mean, if he takes a hit, it's a wrap.
So y'all gonna see a lot more of JJ out of the pocket running on Saturday. It ain't gonna be this conservative, because I think a lot of our scheme was to not have put a lot on tape for y'all to see, and we did leave a lot of meat on the bone, man.
Then you got E, aka Greg Williams, who's gonna be aiming at your head out there.
Nah, but to piggyback your point, man, same. Ohio State, like this, for whatever, like to me, Ohio State has been vanilla as hell this year.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, who's play calling? Because this ain't Ryan Day play calling. You know what I'm saying? Ryan Day, like in my opinion, they play really conservative. And I think it's been a factor of the injuries. Like they're trying to keep everybody as healthy as possible for this last game because they had to go balls to the wall, all tricks out the bag. You know what I'm saying? Because the play calling, I ain't gonna lie, has been sus and actually kind of frustrating. Like, why do we keep calling this wide receiver screen that keeps losing yards every time we call it?
I hate that shit, man.
It's like y'all have called this play 3 times and it's failed every single time. At what point do you abandon it? So I think you're gonna see a lot more aggressive offensively from Ohio State. Defensively, I like where we are at defense. You know what I'm saying? Last year we were trash. This year, regardless of schedule, they look like a better defense. They've done what they're supposed to do against who they're supposed to do it to. And so I think Jim Knowles has been, you know what I'm saying, a godsend, real talk, because our defense have been trash. Even up under Urban Meyer, like our defense, they weren't the quote-unquote silver bullets, man. Like they were still kind of trash. So it's good that we finally got a D coordinator, and then, like I said, he'll get the recruits and blah, blah in the future. But Saturday, once again, man, everything goes out the window, man. Yeah. We've seen trash Ohio State teams beat good Michigan teams. We've seen trash Michigan teams beat good Ohio State teams. Like it's the epitome of rivalry, man. And when somebody tries to talk to me about a rivalry, I'm like, man, it doesn't compare. Like it doesn't compare, man. Like I don't care about your SEC rivalry. I don't care about your Eagles Cowboys rivalry. Like there is no game like Ohio State, Michigan, even your Boston Yankees. Like they be playing series and shit. Like
I mean, I'll disagree with you on one. I mean,
USC Notre Dame.
No, this is basketball. Carolina Duke is right there.
Nah.
Y'all play multiple times a year, right?
Yeah, and every time.
That's what I'm saying. I think that's
not every time, but I mean, you talk about hatred just 2 times a year, and we like to play them 3 times in the tournament, so you get that extra hatred.
See, that's what makes it a little bit more watered down. We play once a year, and we're playing the season to play.
I feel you on that. I won't disagree with you in terms of football. Definitely the best. Football rivalry, but I think overall there's a little competition there.
I know, and it never changes. Like I don't remember when we've not played at the last game of the season, and it every single year it means something because either we're good or they're good.
It means something to somebody.
Like every single year that I've been tuned into it, it means something. You know what I'm saying? There's never been a year where it's like, two trash ass teams playing. You know what I mean? Like it always means something.
I mean, do you know how long you have to go if you lose the game?
365.
It is a
Man.
long off season.
True.
And even when you get to the start of the next season, you still got like 11 more games.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's big, man. And I don't even think it's regional, man, because each alumni base is huge. I believe Ohio State has one of the largest alumni bases in the country.
Yeah.
Everywhere I've gone in my travels, I've been able to find like a Buckeye watch bar, or I've heard somebody, if I got on some Ohio State stuff, yell out OH. I mean, it's huge. And once again, I mean, like I said, me and this cat, sight unseen, we don't care who's lining up. We have a bet for life. You know what I'm saying?
So what is this bet again? Is it a 6-pack?
Nah, it started off as a 6 and a shorty. This is when we was broke. We was like, you know what I'm saying, some little poor college kids. Like, like, yo, we're gonna bet a shorty and a 6. In reality, it's like $20. You know what I'm saying? Then it got up to like a shorty. No, then it got up to like a 12. I think a 12 and a 12. Yeah. Then we added like a 12 and a 5th.
Yeah. Well, then we capped it at bread. Like you can't go past this. Yeah.
Man. Now
what is the max now?
The cap on the bread is 75 now.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying?
Does anybody just get the cash, or is it always product?
Nah, it's always because it's irritating to make a person go buy your shit. Like you never settle for the cash.
Do you get to tell the guy what it is you need?
Yeah, you tell him what you want.
So what did you get last year, B-Dub?
He cashed me.
I think I cashed you at Doug's.
You cashed me, yeah.
Yeah. And then you have the whole year to collect. Because one year he tried to fugazi me because I hadn't collected by the start of the next game. And he like, man, you still man. He was like, the bet only good for a year.
Shiesty B-Dub.
See, I mean, if we lose Saturday, I'm paying as soon as the game is over with.
Be Shiesty, that's my dog.
I'm gonna get it over with. There's no need in prolonging the inevitable. I'm just gonna cash him out and I'm done with it.
Hey, there was one year. This was when I was living in Centerville. He came over my house to watch the game, and I think we was up to maybe like $40 or $50 like total on the bet. Man, this cat gives me a Kroger gift card. I still have the picture of this shit. He gave me like a Kroger gift card and like $20 or something, man.
Hey, man, I mean, if the total adds up to the total, what are you complaining about?
This is what he tried to argue with me. He was like, hey, man, it's cash value. It's cash value.
Because I didn't want to give him my hard-earned money. I got that from work.
He got it as a gift.
Hey, man, if it spends all the same, I'm with B-Dub on this one, man.
Yeah, hey, man, I took it because I
know you did. I know you did.
Man. I'm like, he need groceries like everybody else needs groceries.
Hey, that was hilarious.
I'm a regifter. I don't care.
Before we wrap up, man.
Yeah, let's turn the page.
Yeah,
right quick.
Let's switch up to these Big Brew Friday, Black Friday, one of the biggest days in the beer industry. I'm assuming. I'm making a lot of assumptions here. I know in my city, state, I know in Ohio, you know what I'm saying, Bourbon County drops all over the country. You know what I'm saying? But along with their drops, a lot of the local breweries do, you know what I'm saying, big drops on Saturday. Me and Blast during pre-pod, we were just talking about like, yo, what's the budget?
I mean, there's so much fire dropping on Friday, man.
You know what I'm saying? Man. I got the list I'm gonna go through the Bourbon County list. This is what we all, you know what I'm saying, getting up on Friday morning.
I don't even know what's on the menu. I stopped in my spot today. I was trying to link up with my beer lady to see if she would just, set the fold aside for me, but she wasn't there.
Yeah.
Hey, E, when you said I can go to the one in Inglewood, the Kroger, are you talking about where they sell the liquor at, or where they just sell the regular domestic beers?
Nah, so every time I've gone where they sell the liquor at, like right in that entrance, they'll have a little display of the Bourbon County.
All right.
Now, mind you, it's probably been a few years since I've caught from there, but when I was in Ohio, that's the only place that I ever got it from was there. So here's a quick lineup. We got the original that's clocking in at 14.3%. We got the 30th anniversary stout That's clocking in at 14.4. And I'm not gonna go through the tasting notes because we be here all night. We got the 2-year barley wine. That's clocking in at 17%. Woo. That's cool.
Damn.
Hey, they got a retail price on this joint for $40. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna read this one real quick. So this is aged in Old Fitzgerald bottled and bond barrels. So Old Fitz is, you know what I'm saying, a bourbon, obviously. Highly sought after bourbon. So this actually would be one that I'm really checking for. We got a coffee stout checking in at 13.2, retail $25. We got a Sir Isaac stout checking in at 13.9, retail $25. We got a biscotti stout. Oh, is that them cookies?
Yeah, that's them cookies to be on
that's
the
gonna be
plane.
fire. So this is basically like an almond stout, 14.3.
Damn.
Retail $25. Blast, you keeping track of how much we gotta spend, bro?
I mean, I haven't heard of 60 yet, so I'm straight. Like last
we
year,
got
I had sticker shock, bro.
We got the proprietor stout. This one actually, I believe, is only available in Chicago.
Yeah, okay.
So we can't get our hands on that. That's checking in at 13.4, $30 retail.
I got a homeboy in Chicago.
And that's the lineup, man. So you got
man, we're good.
We got about, but that the one comes in a 4-pack. I can't think of what it was though.
What type
of yeah, like what?
Nah, I'll show y'all real quick. Hold on. So this is the.
I'm asking, can you break that?
Can you single that out?
I need you to single that. Yeah.
Can you single?
I mean, so once again, my plan is to grab the entire lineup like I did last year. Like I said, I was talking to Blast. I think I was at like 350 grabbing the lineup last year. But I think
I was at 190.
With that bundle, I got some older variants though. Like I think all the way back to like 18. Like I got the whole vertical.
Okay, gotcha. But I mean, two of mine. I know there was one. There was one that was 60, and there was one that was 50. So that was the bulk of my.
So one was the
blue box and the white box.
Yeah. So hold on.
How many did you get last year?
That's a good question. I got them behind me somewhere.
This would drop last year.
Yeah.
At 150. I think that's Old Fitzgerald. No, that
was 150.
No, hell no. This was Old Forester. So aged in Old Forester barrels. This was aged in Blanton.
I don't got that one. I don't got the brown one. Either.
You got this one, Blast.
Yeah, I got that one.
Yeah, this was aged in whose barrels is this? Somebody toasted. Heaven Hill.
I want to cop and tuck them, but I also want to drink one. You know?
Yeah, I'm like, man, we got to link up so we can crack one, man. That's why I'm hoping, my little secret spot that I just found on the Humble still has them. That way we could buy them and actually crack.
Well, remember, I got 2 of these.
You got 2 blue ones, okay.
Mm-hmm. Remember, y'all cats was like, yo, grab that one.
Ah, okay, gotcha. Yeah, I'm like, man, I wanted to crack something special for the game, but sometimes, man, it'd be strange company. I'm like, man,
yeah, man,
everybody can't sip on this.
I think Doug said he's gonna have some.
Yeah. I'm like,
That's all like, man, I might stay at home.
This is only built for Cuban links, man.
Yeah, man.
Right.
Like you didn't put in on this, man.
You gotta come down, man. I need my son to see the full fledged, man. It's not gonna be the same without you, man.
Dude, we're gonna have some foreigners in there, man.
Man, it's always some stragglers, man. I'm like, man,
nah, it's only one extra person. He cool.
I want 1 year where it's just us, man. Well, I don't know these dudes.
I'm about to come down. I think I ain't been down there in a minute, man. To watch a game with y'all. I had considered it until I bought tickets, man. Yeah. Like I said, my son asked me this summer. He was like, you know what I'm saying, let's go to a game. And I should have just bought the tickets this summer because it was a hell of a lot cheaper this summer. And so I was really like, when they both finished undefeated, I was like, yo, I want to go to the game. So I'm looking for tickets, and single, like by myself, would have been love, because there's a ton of single tickets that were like, you know what I'm saying, really good price. Well, I won't say good price, but they were decent. Yeah. But when you started trying to put 2 seats together, man, it was like a 50% upcharge, man. I'm like the price of the tickets next to each other was double for one. You know what I'm saying? So like, if just say the ticket for the single seat was $275.
Yeah.
The double next to each other was double that for each ticket. And I'm like,
you should have just bought 2 singles and y'all be on the opposite end of the stadium.
Man, so
Dad,
I thought,
Dad, you see that shit? It was in.
So here's what I thought about doing, because at first I was sitting here thinking, I was like, okay, I'm just gonna buy 2 singles. We get in, and then once the game starts, I'll just open the app back up and see what seats didn't sell, and just go sit in those seats.
Okay.
But then I was just like, man, you know what? It's something that he asked me to do. And you know what I'm saying? You only like these kind of memories for your kids, like that's huge. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been to Ohio State, Michigan before. He hasn't. And he's a diehard Ohio State, Michigan fan. And so like when I called him, like I could just hear his smile from, you know what I'm saying, ear to ear.
Yeah.
I was like, hey,
you
yo.
said he's a diehard Ohio State, Michigan
fan.
I'm
like, I ain't never heard of that before, man.
Hey man, it's a stout kicking in, man. Ohio State fan.
He's a different dude if he's a
he's a diehard fan, because I raised him right. You know what I'm saying? And you could just hear the excitement in his tone, in his face, and I'm just like, you know what I mean? I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I'll get it back.
You can't put a price on some of that stuff.
Yeah, you can't put a price on that, man. And so I was like, man, I don't even want to take a chance of us getting in there and not being able to sit together, and you know what I'm saying, win or lose, just share those moments of being at the game together.
Scoundrel gonna be there,
huh?
Scoundrel's gonna be there.
Yeah, so those are things that you, like I said, you can't get back as a father. So it's like I dropped the bread for it. But I told him, you know what I'm saying, and this is funny because I felt like my grandmother. My grandmother used to always like in October for my birthday, like she'd buy me like a really expensive gift, and she'd be like, yo, this your birthday, your Christmas, and everything. I told my son the exact same thing. Yeah. I said, hey, you want to go to a Ohio State game? He was like, yeah. I was like, yo, this your Christmas. And his birthday is literally a month after Christmas. His birthday is in January. I was like, man, this is Christmas and your birthday, because the amount of money I spent on these tickets is ridiculous.
Man.
But
Pop's birthday this weekend, man. Hey.
Whose birthday?
My dad.
Oh, okay. Happy birthday, Mr. Shaq.
Yeah, for sure. But man, it's been real, fellas. Once again, we every year around this time is always a good, you know what I'm saying, carefree pod, man. We get to, you know what I'm saying, shoot the shit and talk about each other's squad, man. Once again, I want to commend us on 60 episodes, man. Like,
yeah, man. Happy Thanksgiving, man. I'm thankful for my brothers. You know, I love y'all, man.
Yeah.
This is an amazing experience. I get to, you know, chop it up with my boys every week. What could be better, man? Who's got it better than us, man?
Nobody.
You
Man.
know what I mean? I'm saying, like I said, I'm thankful for it. I'm thankful for this brew that's kicking in, these 24 ounces, man, because I'm over here feeling great. But, hey, man, once again, Hops and Stocks Podcast. Y'all have
That's who we are, Hops and Stocks.
Well, by the time y'all hear this, Thanksgiving will be past, but you know what I'm saying? Everybody
happy
be
Thanksgiving,
safe.
everybody.
Yeah, enjoy your family, and we out.
Yeah, man.
See ya.
Get you some top properly prepared.
That's gonna get cut.
Be a shell of a man if we ever do